Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest layout for Bramble Fox. And for this layout I'm using the Honeymoon Perspective set, the Summer Frost Flowers set, and also the Wedding Elements set. The paper range I'm going to use today is from 49 Market and it's called Art Options Avesta. So I've also chosen my photograph. It's a baby photograph. I know that the honeymoon set comes across as wedding perspectives, but one of them I felt could be used more generally, and I'm going to use that for this layout today. So I've got this set of rub-ons from the Avesta set, totally untouched, and I decided I'm going to use those around my photograph. So I'm just adding these rub-ons to vellum. I'm using the tool that comes in the pack to get them to stick to the vellum, and they work really, really well. There's something, I don't know how 49 Market do it, but their rub-ons are really good and it goes on really well. I do this with more than one because I actually want to layer them up later on, so I might as well do them all at the same time. So I'm going to do a couple of sets of flowers, and I think later on I come back in and do some individuals as well. So once I've got those attached to the vellum, just starting at one edge if you've not used rub-ons before, and just watch as you lift and just use pressure to stick any of the bits down that you haven't caught already. Because I'm using a baby photograph, I want to keep everything as soft as possible. So that's why I'm putting the rub-ons actually onto vellum rather than paper or cardstock. So I've just given them a rub over with my finger and I've cut them off camera. I've just got a little bit of an edge around them, but because it's vellum, you don't really see it. I've decided I want to tuck my photograph in under the cluster on this paper. So I'm just coming with a scalpel, a blade, and I'm just cutting around the outside of some of the flowers and leaves, trying to work out how much to cut to be able to slot my photo under there. And I managed to do that, made easier by the glass mat underneath, but I do think I'd probably need to change my blade. So I'm happy with the position there. I've just tried the flowers for size because I'm thinking of embellishing on the left and the right of the photograph. Not the full circle that's on the paper, that's already there, but I'm going to concentrate on either side, mainly on the right, because that's where there's less interest in my photograph. So I think that would be a really good place to have a larger cluster, but I do want to try and balance it with a smaller cluster on the left. So from the Honeymoon Perspective set, I've chosen the Forever Love. I think that's just such a beautiful phrase, really nice soft pink as well. Goes very well with this collection. So that's going to be my title. This is a laser cut piece of like lace that was part of, it's still 49 Market, and I'm actually going to use some real ribbon and I'm just weaving that through, which took a bit of time. I did start in the middle and go out both sides. It was easier than trying to get the ribbon all the way along the full length. I'm starting to like the way this is looking. I've got a few layers that I've already popped underneath the photograph just to help lift it up and just to add, I mean, they're still soft colours, but just to help lift it there a little. And the little lace and net heart, that's an embellishment from my stash that I've added on the right. So I'm still tucking layers in just to see how it goes. And most important, I want to make sure I add the date. So I'm going to tuck one of those in there at the top. So I can add a little bit of who, what, where, when to this layout. So these are the Bramble Fox floral dies, number 15. I think they're such a versatile set. I'm just going to lose the leaf this time, the one with the 5 leaves joined together. And I've cut that from the same paper from 49 Market, from the same range, in a very pale green. And I'm going to be able to tuck that around the vellum flowers. Also, the Frost Summer flowers are just beautiful soft colours, and I'm also going to add some of those and dot them around to add some more dimension. So everything you can see so far has been stuck down off camera. So now it's the bit I like the most, and I'm going to be tucking bits in just to add a little bit more to the clusters. until I'm happy with them. So I've got a few more rub-ons there on vellum, and I'm going to add those around the photograph. I also then bring in the wedding elements set, and I take a bird or a dove, not sure. It's beautiful, nice frosted colour, and I'm going to add that over the lace and net heart there, just as if it's settling on the title. I've brought in some glue dots as well, and that's what I'm going to use to apply the frosted flowers all the way around. So this 49er Market, as I mentioned, they're rub-ons. They also do ones in smaller packs, and I'm going to bring in some pieces and add those around the circle as well, just to add a little bit more texture to the layout, also to bring in like the newsprint feel. There's a couple of pieces already on the base layer paper, and I've got a little bit of it above the photograph, and also to bring in a few little bits of brighter pink. So I really like adding these to it. You won't even notice that they're in the end because they're on the background. You'll think they've always been there, but I do like having a bit of a play with these. So all the products that you've seen me use today, you can find under the new products tab at bramble-fox.co.uk. And if you search through the dies, you'll also find that the floral dies number 15 is also there. So do check out the website. There's new stock being added all the time. Plus, obviously, you've got the Fox Box and Fox Box Plus, which you can get on a subscription basis. So do check those out if you haven't seen those before. I feel this layout is very nearly there. I found a couple of little butterflies on one of the rub-on sheets, and I'm going to add those to vellum as well. They don't take long to transfer, and I will then cut them out so that I can add them to the cluster on the right. So I didn't mention the photo earlier. This photo is 24 years old and was taken the day my daughter was born. So that's why it's Forever Love. I think that suits it. I think I'm pretty much there now. Just got a couple of extra bits that I'm going to tuck in. Once I start, I can't stop. And as they're already stuck to vellum, I'm going to add those few bits in, just with a little bit of wet glue and tucking bits around. So you've still got that visual circular shape that was on the paper, but you've got a big cluster and a small cluster, but you can still see the photograph really well. So do check out the rest of the design team, both on Instagram and here on YouTube. Lots of different designs, lots of new products being used. So do check those out in store. I'm just finishing off this layout now by adding some enamel dots to the centers of the summer frosted flowers, just to give them a little center that also picks up the colors from the paper. So all finished now. Thank you so much for watching. There's the dimension. You can see the layers with the vellum a little bit more, and I'll finish with the final image and some close-ups for you too. So thank you so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up if you've liked this video. Any questions, just add them in the comments and I'll come back to you on those, and I hope to see you here again real soon.